Hold on.
Ready?
You're good. That's in, yeah. All right. What we got here is an LM4. It's an aluminum 5.3 out of an 03 Trailblazer EXT or LT. It's got the 4L60E with all-wheel drive, and the differential is still attached to this one, which is kind of cool. We're not going to be using that on this project, but I have something in mind that I want to use that for, and it involves a 91 S10 and another one of these. So we'll see what happens with that, but in the meantime, this project, we're going to be stuffing this bad boy into I think it's a 90s Jeep Wrangler. Let me get the sun out of your eyes here. Yeah, 90s Jeep Wrangler. I've already pulled the harness off of this. It's laying over there in the shop, and I'm gonna continue tearing it down a little bit. I got to get the intake off so I can put my lift plate on there and get it out of my truck. I might have to take the transmission off in order to do that, but we'll find out. We'll figure it out. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, and then the plan with the Jeep is it has an AX15 5-speed manual. It's a 4-wheel drive. I tried to convince him to put this one in there. This one's cammed, and it's got the long tubes and whatnot, but he wanted an aluminum one because they're a little bit lighter. They're not a whole heap lighter, but they're, about 100 pounds lighter than an iron block. So this one's stock. I'm going to clean it up, make sure it's good to go. Start it on the run stand, and then he's going to be dropping this Jeep off here with the motor already pulled this weekend, I believe, so a couple days. But yeah, stick around. Should be a fun one. All right, we got her out of the truck bed. That was a pain in the ass. If you ever do that by yourself, I recommend removing the transmission. The only reason I didn't do that is because this one's kind of weird. So, I guess I would have just had to take the drive shaft off, but yeah, that was a pain in the ass. My wife had to come out and help me. She saw me out the window struggling and just came out and threw some gloves on and helped, and we got it done in like 20 minutes after that. But yeah, it was quite the task. I don't think I've ever done that with the transmission attached. But it's alright, we got it in there on the ground. I'm going to leave it on the stand for now because I got to pull it outside tomorrow. I'm going to degrease it and pressure wash it and get it all spiffy and shiny. And then throw it back together. And then throw it on my test stand and fire it up and see what happens. So we'll get to doing that tomorrow. But I'm done for the day. I'm exhausted. I've been driving all day. And I just did most of that by myself. So. Mostly cleaned off. Still a couple spots that need attention, but we'll get after it with a brush and maybe some brake clean or something like that. But I gotta get working on getting that differential out of there, unbolting the trans. That way we just have the engine, and that way I can throw it on them little wheelie stands there and hook everything back up and get it running. And then that way it's ready to install into the Jeep. And, yeah. Oh, that ain't gonna work either. I gotta take this drive shaft off. Yep. Probably won't be able to get it out of there without fraying up the drive shaft. So do that real quick. I'm gonna grab like a 10 mil.
Did you lose the 10 mil?
Found it. Let me run off here. No, that's not 10 mil. It's one of them weird 11s. That. This. Slide out again. I don't know where to put it. Okay. So the low pans on these LM4s are super strange because as you just saw, the differential goes through the oil pan.
Uh-oh.
What? That's fine. The screen goes off to say better.
Oh, well, I can't see what I'm recording.
The only thing I don't like is the sump is in the front. So, like say if you're going to throw this into a little S10, you'd have to probably completely remove the cross member in order to use this setup, which kind of sucks. But it can be done. So there's that. We're going to start unbolting the transmission, I believe. I'm going to get that back out and pick this up. That way this doesn't fall over when that comes loose.
So are you going to pull your wagon?
I got to pull the wagon. Hopefully don't break. It's already starting to bend.
I know. I can see the whole thing's like twisting.
I didn't drop it or nothing, so I don't know why it's bending right now.
That side's really hard.
So much easier than trying to move this thing on the hoist.
Do you need a rock?
Keep going.
Oh, babe.
Okay.
Too excited. Support it a little bit. I'll pull the starter off. These are in the way. That's okay. I don't know if I'll be able to get to the bolts. The torque converter is bolted to the flex plate, flywheel, and you can just pull the transmission off without unbolting it, but transmission fluid leaks everywhere, and it's not very fun to clean up. So,
I feel like you need to move this thing. You keep backing right into it.
so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take the starter off because I can't get to the bolts. I can see the bolts as they pass by, but
I want to do something.
Can we take the starter off?
How?
It's coming out. Little clippies, and this just pops right out. So, you know, it's way harder when these are in the vehicle. That one's gone. There we go. Hand tools start. We need the power tools. Dang.
This, when I was extra.
You feel it?
Yeah, I feel something. It like
You
hurts.
feel it?
Yeah.
Maybe you should go clean it up.
I don't want to.
Okay.
Boy. Okay. These are off.
So now I can do all these bolts. 1, 2.
Now there's one here. And one in here.
Okay.
So you get to use this thing.
Can I put on some gloves to protect my nails?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come.
I don't think.
Put your purse down.
Are you sure?
Would you like me to loosen them for you?
I don't think.
Got to wrench around and wrench it off.
Dang it. No, let me try.
Some leverage. Leverage.
You holding it?
Yeah. Yep, there you go. Here. That'll do. Okay, now. Yeah, throw this on there and take this cover off. Nope. Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope. Wrong bolt.
What?
That's the wrong bolts.
What do you mean?
These are the bolts for the main cabs.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Can't throw that bolt back in the hole there, so don't lose it. Now I can see the bolts. See? Right there. There's the bolt.
Oh.
Should be 3.
Oh, here comes the second line.
2.
3.
And 3Z. Okay, we're gonna get those bolts loose. We need 2 people for this, so. And the battery on the camera's dying, so we'll come back when we got this loose and we'll pull the transmission off. Okay, got the torque converter bolts out. Rachel's just working on the transmission bolts. I think there's 2 more on the bottom, like the very bottom.
I don't know how to get to those ones. There it goes.
Alright, she's off. Now we gotta get her out of the way. Alright. We got her off there. I'm about to bolt up these little stands here. Figured I'd show you guys how these things work. They literally just bolt right onto the main house here. Oh, you know what? That's cool. Not bad. Oh. I'm gonna reach in there. Arms length. Maybe that's not throwing around. Let's try to be quick because this thing's kind of heavy. Boom. One done. We get the other side on, and then we can set her on the ground. Okay, I got the exhaust manifolds on. Intake's back on. Right now I'm just kind of hooking up the harness so that I can give it a test fire. I did put some oil in it, change the filter. This pan's not going to stay on there. I'll probably get like a low profile swap pan or something like that. But I am going to throw the alternator bracket back on with the alternator and water pump just so I can use the belt so it does charge my battery, or the battery that I used to test it. But yeah, I'm going to get to that. Pretty much just got to route all the wires and plug it all in, and yeah, so. Really not a huge fan of doing it like this on the ground just because it's a big mess and it looks super complicated, and I just don't like the way it looks. So I am going to build a test stand eventually, but this is basically all you need to run these things on the ground or in a stand like this or in your car or whatever with the stock fuse box. So this gray wire from the red plug on the back of this fuse block goes directly to the fuel pump. Then you ground your fuel pump, and that's it. The computer will handle the rest. This pink wire here from the gray connector needs to have power at all times, or switched power, even when you're cranking the engine over, because that powers the PCM and the fuse box basically. This big yellow wire goes directly to, or I guess this is the starter wire, this sends a signal to the PCM, which grounds the relay, which activates the starter. But that needs to have power only while you're cranking. And this yellow wire is just constant power to my key here. And you need to have battery power to the fuse box, and obviously ground, and then all your connections made. I think the only connectors that you don't use from the stock harness are the transmission connectors, the rear O2 sensors, and like these are, that's alternator, and this is like the little purge valve that went on top of there. But yeah, that's about it, besides like the AC connectors if you kept those. And yeah, I just need to hook up a battery, and I need to delete VATs off of that PCM and turn off the rear O2 sensors and stuff like that. But yeah, that's about it. This thing's ready to start, and yeah, we'll get a battery on there and flash that PCM, and we'll fire it up. Okay, so we got her all wired. We got fuel in her. Got my key here. This computer I used for the other engine, so it's got a tune on it for the cam. But we're just gonna see if it fires up. Just to run it for a sec, then I'll flash the PCM in the other one and fire it up. So, ready? The pumps are pumping. Yep, well, she runs.
That wasn't as loud.
That was pretty loud. I'm gonna get the other PCM in there and see how good she can run. Okay, got this PCM flashed. Just the stock tune on there. I deleted VATs. I disabled the rear O2 sensors and changed the temperatures at which like the cooling fans turn on. So we're gonna swap these out and fire this thing up. And yeah, it should run pretty good after that. Battery up. Key. Okay, buddy. You ready? You ready? Come on now. What was that about? Alright. One more go. She needs to learn a few things. Okay, I think she's got some misfires. We'll check that out. Okay, checking all the plugs, making sure everything's good. Found this guy here, broken wire. This is the plug for the crank position sensor, so we'll fix that up. I'll come back to you. Alright guys, today's the day. I've been doing a little bit more work on this. I'm kind of making my own like little test stand setup. Just bolted that right to there and whatnot, so that way everything could be centralized and not on the ground no more. So that's pretty cool. But I had to move this scooter forward because I got a delivery today. This is a 1994 Jeep Wrangler YJ. It's got 4-liter in it, but he wants a little something extra for not a whole lot of extra price. So we're throwing the aluminum LM4 in there. What happened to this one was, let's see if you can see it. I don't know. I can't tell if you can see it or not. Where's the engine at? Anyways, there's a hole in the block. Right under cylinder 1. Yeah, he decided that he wanted to be free. So he dug out. And that's why we're doing LS swap, because it's cheaper to do an LS swap than it is to rebuild a 4-liter or do what he wanted to do. He wanted to do a stroker. So yeah. But yeah, we're gonna pull this engine out and put that one in there after I get this one running right and doing what it needs to do. And if that don't work, then we're gonna put this one in there. No. Just kidding. But yeah, we got it. Alright, I got the front end off there, or the grill at least. The core support. Just want to show you guys what happened to this thing here. Peekaboo. I see you. Yeah, it ain't supposed to be like that. Whoopsie. We're doing the stuff in the things. Making the progresses. Pretty much got all the electronics disconnected and taking off a few other things. I gotta unbolt the trans. Yeah, take a look at some of this damage here. That connecting rod wanted out. He said bye-bye. He said bye-bye. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and head out. Should move enough to maybe not. Should he move on the back?
It's like a spiral.
Oh yeah,
Right here?
Yeah, these two. Well, there's your problem there.
That's the problem.
I didn't even know that. I've never worked on one of these before either. So. Yeah, dude, that f***ing pan is shredded. Oh, you can see it from here. Damn. Alright. What was I doing?
You were under
Oh, yeah. Transmission.
transmission.
The old transmission. Let's see.
I mean, it is 2025.
Yeah, well.
Punch your fenders.
Oh, no. Oh.
I thought it was up there.
Huh?
I thought it was up there.
It was.
Oh,
Now she came down here.
you still alive?
That thing is good.
Sorry, you
good?
We dropped you.
Oops. Alright. Hopefully we got everything unbolted. Hopefully. If not, then it's going in the dumpster. Yeah. A little bit more length here. Yeah. You know what? Lengthen this up a little bit. Okay. Here goes nothing. Let's hope that bolt holds.
Right.
I think it'll be all right. Now, get the nuts off of that.
Moment of truth.
Yeah, what size was that? 18?
There's 18.
Okay. The old zzz.
The old zzz.
Right?
If you pick one of those up and you don't do that, you can't be trusted.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if you pick up a cordless drill or cordless impact or anything, and you don't squeeze the trigger at least twice, and I can't trust you.
Absolutely not.
The rule of man.
Do you even race car, bro?
Do you even tools? Okay, so
Is there?
bolt.
Is there?
Lift right off.
Ah, I
We
see.
can't get it to where we can get them big bolts out, and then we'll just do that.
Okay. Just take the whole bracket off, huh?
But
Oh. Come out of there. Gee.
there's one. Oh, there's a f***ing alternator in the way.
Yeah, we got the alternator in the way.
The old alternator. Let me grab the non-power tools. The lame non-power tool.
We do it like a caveman this time.
See, shit's in the way. It's not super tight, so I'm gonna go up a little bit more.
There we are.
Okay, now what?
And we're free.
We're free.
All right.
Okay, we're back in business. We went a little too low and she got hung up, so now we corrected her and gave her the old backhand, and now she's cooperating now. See separation.
I see separation.
Now it's this side's turn. Hold on.
It's just coming apart there.
Grab the old persuader here.
The old persuader bar.
Maybe.
Give her a
The old ki. Okay. Okay. Hey.
Man, that thing is shredded.
Yeah. Shredded the gnar on that one.
He said, hello. Peekaboo.
Let me out. Ooh. Yeah, don't punch bolts.
Don't punch bolts. No matter how mad the car makes you, don't punch it.
Okay, we gotta get up above these mounts so it can come out this way. So crank her up. Watch that mount and let me know if it's above it yet. Because this side's way above it.
Yeah, that side's good. We're close. There it goes.
Okay.
Cleared it. Nice separation from the tranny back there. Looks like she's ready.
Oh, the oil.
Oh, oil filter. That guy. That guy. You blue bastard.
Okay, hold on. Lines here. Hey, hey.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Settle down.
She's being stubborn.
They smell like maple syrup.
Normally you gotta pay for that.
What? Hey.
Oh, there we go.
Let me go deposit this into the proper receptacle. Okay.
Bloop.
She didn't leak as much as I thought she was going to leak. She squirted on me though.
Yeah, she did. Violently.
Let's take a moment to check and make sure nothing's connected still. Hey!
Well, there's your proof.
Okay. She's like, I'm out. Shut up. Just pull me. Oh, yep. Ground strap.
Ah, there is something.
Damn.
Clean as hell.
Clean as hell. Clean as a whistle. It's a whistle.
Don't forget your ground wires.
Goes both ways. When you're taking the engine out and when you're putting it back in.
Oh?
Okay. It was the jack handle falling on me.
Oh, yeah.
On my creeper. Oh, she's trying to twist. Okay.
Wait, what's this?
Oh.
Oh, no. That's connected to something.
Oh yeah, I gotta disconnect these AC lines.
What's this?
Yeah. What? Oh, that's the O2 sensor. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And now you're open.
Oh.
Muffler? Or exhaust? Exhaust falling off there?
Okay, I gotta disconnect these AC lines. Forgot about them. No, it's already empty. Should be.
Everyone cool down real quick, like.
There's one.
Oh, who's there? What's that?
Who's there? What's that?
Punch.
Yeah, don't punch the distributor. Not a good idea.
You think he's dizzy now?
I see what you did there. Nobody's action.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Now we're swinging.
Holy shit. Look at that, dude.
Well, I'd say there's your problem.
There's a channel in the oil pan. Jeez. The path of least resistance.
Created the path of least
Created a
resistance.
path of least resistance.
Oh man.
All right.
You gotta come up a little more.
Mm-hmm. Figured as much.
So you're saying stand right here.
Yeah. Okay. I need a little bit more. Okay. You pull it back.
You got it? You got it?
Okay, down we go. Once you get your engine out, don't try and wheel it around with it all the way up like that. She's a screamer. I like to lower it down just so it doesn't tip over. Now,
Learned that the hard way, huh?
yeah, I learned that one. Cool. Okay, she's all torn down. Gotta order up some gaskets, clean her up a little more, and then we'll slap some paint on her. But that's gonna be it for today, because I don't want to do that right now. I just don't feel like it. So yeah. Alright guys, we got some paint on the engine now. I threw her up on the stand so I can tear it apart, you know, inspect the oil pump, you know, replace a few things. We're gonna reseal everything, so everything's coming off of there. New gaskets for the back end. We're doing a new oil galley barbell, valley cover plate, or valley cover gasket, valve cover gasket, rear main seal, front main seal, cam retainer plate, front cover gasket. We got new intake gaskets, blah blah blah. And we got some parts here, which one of them is the new oil galley barbell. So we like them aluminum ones there. This is just the gasket kit for the lower end. This is a oil pan. This is a low profile oil pan. Get this out of here real quick. Oh, shiny. Shiny and new. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. That is gonna be nice. I'm not sure why they felt the need to polish the tray there. That's kind of strange to me, but hello guys, I see you. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Why would they polish that? That's strange. Anyways, yep, new oil pan, low profile. Probably didn't need it for the Jeep, but it'll be cool. And I've seen how low the stock pans hang down in them YJ swaps, so I just didn't like it. So that's gonna be much better. I do have to pull the transmission out of there because I'm going to be rebuilding the trans and doing a few upgrades on the transmission. That's about it for now. We're going to slam this out tonight. We'll probably set the camera up and film it while we go live on TikTok while we're doing that. But yeah, there's the valve covers. Nice green color. Nice green color. Then gloss black for the rest. So black and green, just like the LS Swap shop. So yeah, excited about that. Alright, it's been a couple days. We're still just kind of waiting on parts and stuff like that. So I've been just kind of painting this engine up, and we got the new low profile oil pan on there all painted and looking good. Waiting on a cam retainer plate. I just have this kind of sitting here just so I could take pictures of it. But yeah, waiting on a cam retainer plate. I gotta go through the oil pump, make sure that's good to go. All that good stuff. We got the clutch in, the flywheels in. We got a new slave cylinder. But basically we're just waiting on a bell housing adapter and a couple other things like motor mounts and stuff like that. And I gotta pull that transmission out. I'm gonna rebuild it, but that'll be in a different episode. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Stay tuned for part 2. This should be all, you know, put together and ready to slide into the engine bay there and see how she fits up, and yeah, we'll document that part pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. Give me a follow, subscribe and like, and you know, whatever buttons you gotta push to get notified when I post my new video. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you.